I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Morgan Suchin, and I am a second year at the University of Virginia, majoring in medical anthropology, and I'm on the pre-med track. However, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Second, I want to thank the Karma for Cara Foundation and the Becker family. Without them, none of my events could have happened. Growing up in Baltimore, I knew Cara's cousin. I was extremely moved by Cara's story and her passion for giving back to others. Cara inspires me to help make the world a better place. After learning of Karma for Cara and their generous microgrant program, in 2015 I applied to my first of 4 microgrants. As a freshman in high school, I started the first Medical Explorers Club at Pikesville High School. Through my Medical Explorers Club, I have connected with professionals in healthcare and have arranged weekly speakers to come and support a diverse group of my fellow students in learning about new experiences and exposure to local healthcare professionals in the Baltimore area. I strive to not only enlighten the members, but to connect them with internship possibilities, as well as guidance for college and career readiness. We also conducted experiments, looked at healthy lifestyle practices, and did a yearly dissection. I also thought about activities we could do to give back to the community and those who were less fortunate. I had an internship at Johns Hopkins Medicine researching food insecurity and access to healthy lifestyles in Baltimore City. I found that many in Baltimore lack a family support system or access to a quality education, medical care, food, and shelter. I felt that we needed to broaden our focus to make volunteering a huge priority for the Medical Explorers Club. I also volunteer at the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center, which is a homeless shelter in downtown Baltimore. I saw firsthand how important it is to give back and how many people depended on our assistance. After seeing how food insecurity impacted my own home of Baltimore, I decided to apply for my first Karma for Cara microgrant to fund a Feed the Homeless event through my Medical Explorers Club. My goal was to make over 100 brown bagged lunches and dinners for the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center in Baltimore. We had almost 50 participants, and the whole experience brought together my diverse school and community. Surprisingly, our enthusiastic group ended up making over 300 bagged lunches and dinners. We even had to run out and buy more food at the grocery store, which was incredible. For me, it was the most unbelievable feeling seeing my fellow students working side by side to help those in need. As you can see in some of the pictures I have here, this is a picture from our first event, me and my brother and a fellow Pikesville High student donating to the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center with the staff, and just one truckload of the donations. After seeing how eager the club and my school were in giving back to others, I applied and was awarded 3 more Karma for Cara microgrants. My brothers have continued to apply for the microgrants and organize Feed the Homeless events for the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center. In total, Karma for Cara has generously provided 5 microgrants, which has led to the Medical Explorers Club at Pikesville High to create over 5,000 bagged meals, 500 toiletry bags, and 50 blankets and hats and glove donations for the Weinberg Housing and Resource Center. As you can see here, we have another Feed the Homeless event pictured and even have had 2 carloads of donations. I also decided to research my own Baltimore County Public School and discovered that 34% of my own classmates were on the free and reduced meals program as well as were homeless. So I decided to use some of the Karma for Cara grant to create Pikesville High School's first free food, toiletry, and clothing pantry. As you can see, we have a plethora of toiletries available, food options for the weekend or during school hours, and clothing donations that anyone and any student can access anonymously whenever they need it. Cara was an incredible young lady. She left behind a tremendous legacy of always giving back to others, and I was overjoyed and honored to receive a grant in her name. My brothers and I have continued to apply for the grants to support the Feed the Homeless events and the food pantry at Pikesville High. Cara has also inspired me to support the world around me, with my brother and I creating Codyy.org. After dealing with medical conditions on my own, I felt isolated, so we created Codyy.org. Codyy is an anonymous, safe, and private forum to discuss medical conditions, diagnoses, musings, rants, or any interesting thoughts related to medical conditions ranging from asthma, diabetes, inflammatory bowel disease, anxiety, depression, acne, and much more. Users can also post to the COVID-19 Healthcare Forum. While away from peers and friends during this troubling time, You can feel isolated and alone and worrisome, so Codyy.org aims to connect you with others who are feeling the same way as you are. Once you sign up for your free account at www.codyy.org, you can obtain and provide valuable information to support others and provide feedback to benefit yourselves and your peers. The goal behind Codyy.org is to relieve some of the anxiety and confusion inherent in this time of isolation, with a focus on mental wellness and health. The reason I mention Codyy is because of Cara. Cara's initial grant and her legacy have inspired me to give back through the Feed the Homeless events, but also in continuing with her legacy through Codyy.org. It is programs like the Microgrant that inspire others around me in the world to create a cycle of giving back in any way possible. So I encourage you to try out Codyy, apply for the Microgrant, and see how you can give back to others in your community and the world around you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.